Hello, everyone, and welcome to ReelQuick, episode 139. Today, we're going to be doing some Q&As. So one of our patron tiers, I think all of our patron tiers, you can ask questions. So go check out our Patreon in the description down below. I've been seeing a lot of growth over there. The Discord's been awesome. Having all of you in there is always such a blast. Go check out our Patreon in the description down below so you can ask us some questions that we'll be answering on a monthly basis. And now we're going to be tackling the questions we've gotten over the past week. We got a slew of them here today. A couple of people asked multiple questions, but we also have like limited, not a ton of questions were asked this time. So we'll go through all of them. But let's see. I didn't really pick out an order of which way we're going to go. So I'll just go top to bottom. So Dean Cotamanidis asks, what are your sleeper movie picks for 2024 that'll be bigger than expected? And you can either do that in result of it's going to be better than you expect potentially, or like you think the box office might pop. But I think it's a little easier to predict if like you think a movie that there's a potential like you're not expecting it to be great, but you have a small suspicion in the back of your mind that it could be great. I think, George, we were just talking about one right before we started recording. I think you're a little amped for Godzilla X Kong: The New Empire.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think it's going to be like a good movie. Let me make that clear. It'll be a fun experience, but I do think it could do numbers at the box office. I really do.
Okay.
I think Monkey Man is going to blow up. I think that trailer just absolutely kind of like locked everyone in, even the non-believers. I'm just trying to like go through this like most anticipated list. Joker. It's hard not to like predict Joker to be like one of the highest grossing films of the year, since the first one obviously is, I think, still the highest grossing R-rated movie of all time.
I think Deadpool might have passed it, but it's one or two up there.
Yeah, it's still up there. So it's hard not to say that Joker's going to be like a sleepy, could be one of the highest grossing films of the year.
Seth, is there anything on your radar for this year that like in your mind right now, you're like probably like a 3.5 rating, but like there's a chance that it might pop and be like a 4.5?
Maybe like A Quiet Place for me, because I didn't love the second one. So I'm going to go with that. Or
Mufasa.
Or
That's
Alien.
Mufasa's going to break box office.
Oh, yeah. But Disney live action will always get billed.
Yeah, everything Disney live action is going to break the box office.
I'll go with that Alien Romulus. Sneaky suspicion would be good.
I
keep forgetting that even comes out this year.
True.
The ones that are the hardest to predict for me are the Transformers movie and then the Lord of the Rings movie, because they're both animated, and I haven't seen obviously any Lord of the Rings animated. And I know there is Transformers animated stuff that exists, but I haven't seen any of it. So I think maybe both of those could be better than I'm expecting, just because I have really no clue what to expect out of an animated take. But I think Transformers, like if you do the animation right and you're not just going for a cash grab and you really try and invest in that animation, you can do a lot of cool stuff in the Transformers universe. So those would be hard to predict, but I think those could be better than I expect, because obviously Transformers Rise of the Beast was a half star for me. So my expectations are on the floor.
Was it really a half star?
Yeah, I felt like maybe it was a little harsh. It should probably been a 1 star, but I get a little overly harsh on movies where I like feel like they waste my time, which is why I was surprised to give Spaceman a 1 star, because I was like, I want to turn this off so bad. But
Spaceman was no bueno.
Yeah. Stefan Johnson asks, this is an easy one for all of us. What's a movie to put on for a good cry? I think ReelTok Collection After Sun's an easy one.
A good cry or like a horrible cry,
Like I don't know. Have any of you ever felt like you just need to cry something out? Let's throw on a sad movie.
Like a I want to kill myself cry, or I'm in a good mood and I'm just feeling emotional kind of cry.
You can interpret it any way you want.
What did we just review on? Oh my God, we just talked about it. Manchester by the Sea.
Yeah,
I'll throw that out. That is just scene after scene, just trying to make you cry.
I'll go Lord of the Rings, good cry, sad cry, Mysterious Skin. That's fucking horrible. I'll go with that.
Okay.
Is that the Joseph Gordon-Levitt one? I've been meaning to watch that.
It's horrible. It's amazing, but it's horrible. Really, really devastating. Like really, like you have to be in the right mindset. It's horrible. Really.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt in terms of he stars in it or he directed it?
He stars in it. It was one of his 2006. It's probably his best ever role. Like he's amazing.
It's an older role.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Just like I've cried too much in the last couple of months. I'm not in the mood to just toss on crying movies. That's why I haven't gotten around to it.
Fair.
Yeah, that's Riley always asks me, like, why do you want to watch movies that make you cry? Like, I don't understand it. And I'm like, I really just don't have an explanation for you. Like, there's no logical reason to be like, you want to make yourself cry by watching other people's experiences. But sometimes it just feels right. It feels good.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, let's see. So we're not going to go for all 5 here, but Jax Kendrick asks, who are actors or actresses that you think will be the next generation of Hollywood superstars? So like right now we got,
I think we think
Chalamet and Saoirse Ronan are kind of unfair answers because they're younger, but like they're already there. So people are like, I think Mia McKenna Bruce, is that her name, right? From How to Have Sex. I think that's a great poll. She could be, a future superstar. But people who I think are, younger, like 30 or less, that don't have a ton in their filmography bag, but that you think could be superstars.
Hold on.
I'm pulling up 2 names right now. I'm pulling up Mason Thames and Madeline McGraw, the 2 young brother and sister from The Black Phone. Because I still stand by. I think those are 2 of the best child performances I've seen over the last 2 decades.
Do they have to be under 30 or can they be 30?
I mean, it depends on how much films they've done. So 30 is fine.
She's been in a Ridley Scott film, so I don't know if she's just in the Bike Riders. I was going to say Jodie Comer. And then
she's good.
I mean, Paul Mescal's not really done. Obviously, Gladiator's coming up, but he's not really doing anything massive, as of yet. Michael Ward, there's a little shout for you. Empire of Light from last year, he was in that. Not the best film he's been in, but I really, really like him. I think he's great. So Lucas Hedges as well, but he's kind of when he comes back to film, that is after his West End stint or Broadway stint, should I say? Probably go with those 3.
Yeah, Lucas Hedges is such a guy of anytime an indie movie needs the brother of the family, it's Lucas Hedges always gets cast, and he's always
so
great.
Good. He's so good.
Yeah. Like you said, I think he's more doing plays now, but he's gonna come back. Same with Jodie Comer. She was doing plays and stuff too, because I think she's going for EGOT status. I think she has the Tony, maybe. I don't know. I think she has a couple already.
Yeah,
knocked off. What about Shameik Moore, 28 years old?
I don't even know what he's been in other than
Spider-Verse. I don't know if he's ever going to be a real actor, but
he will never be a real actor.
People won't like calling it a real actor, but it's different. It's different.
As much as I love him as Miles Morales, I think that role has murdered his career because no one, when you listen to him talk, he's Miles Morales, and that's the only thing that you can hear.
Yeah.
I just pulled up a list of best actors and actresses under 30, and number 2 is Ian Armitage, who plays young Sheldon. We'll see if he ever grows into anything.
Yeah, we won't see him ever
That's
again.
hilarious that he's in the top. Jacob Tremblay is a good pull. I mean, obviously he was great in Room. He was, and then he was in Little Mermaid. So he's getting his name up
in a while. Oh, he was in Little Mermaid.
Yeah,
he was in Orion in the Dark just this year.
But mostly voice roles, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, and not I mean, Noah Schnapp, no way.
No shot. He's not doing anything.
Yeah, this list is just a lot of people that I'm not really seeing much.
Millie Bobby Brown, I'm waiting for her to
She has a movie coming out tomorrow.
I know she's tomorrow, but I'm waiting for her non-big IP role. I want to see her actually act and not just be a face.
I'm surprised Finn Wolfhard hasn't gotten more pop from Stranger Things because I feel like he has that Dominic Sessa look, and you'd think he'd get more of those type of roles with such a unique looking face, but not really happening. Yeah, no one else really jumping on this list. Lucas Hedges, of course, we talked about. Tom Holland, I feel like you can't really include him as an unknown actor.
Isn't Barry 29? Although he's a massive actor now, isn't he? So
yeah, but those are all good people. Well, Connor Connaughton asks, so I don't know if either of you even have student loans, but would you rather have $100K be added to your student loan debt or just any loan? So would you rather have $100K more of debt than you have right now or live with Jared Leto and be roommates for a year?
Live with Jared Leto and be roommates for a year.
What?
Live with a rich person who will probably pay for my rent?
I don't think he'd be that bad either. I think he'd be all right.
I don't think he's probably that crazy behind the scenes, but I mean, he probably would never even be in your apartment. He probably, George, for example, or Seth, if you were in London, in a high-rise apartment, you wouldn't even know he's there. He would probably scale the building up and down to go to work and just crawl in his window. He would never be in the common space.
What's that story of, was it for the Suicide Squad where he sent Margot Robbie a box of used condoms or something?
Yeah.
Not actually real, or is it a myth?
I don't know. I hear that story every so often, and
it's one of those things that it almost doesn't even matter if it's real or not because it's so in the cultural zeitgeist that everyone just assumes it to be real. But I mean, hey, as long as you're not working with him in a project, he's not going to be sending you any mail. But just hope no one sends a mail back because that's going to your apartment.
Yeah, true.
Sean Morales asked, favorite actor or actress that you are begging to pick better projects to work with. So an actor and actress you love that you're just please stop being in shitty movies.
Oh,
Tom Holland. Tom Holland.
Yeah, Tom Holland too.
I like Tom Holland, but I just think he's in so much shit, That's my first one that comes to mind. I can't really think of any.
I'm throwing out Catherine Newton. I think she's such a great actress, but like all she's ever done is like Freaky and Quantumania and Detective Pikachu. She had small roles in, I think, Lady Bird and 3 Billboards, like very small roles.
Yeah, she was.
But like everything where she's like the main character has been crap. Tyler, I think you watched the map of Tiny Perfect Things. Did you watch that, or am I thinking of a different movie? I think I'm thinking of a different movie.
Seth, were you thinking of someone?
Yeah. This is like the number one choice. Eva Green. She's amazing. She's in like loads of the Tim Burton films. She's in the 300 sequel, and she literally is the best thing about every single film she's in. But she's always in shit. But she's so good. She's never in any good stuff.
Yeah, I think I gave 300 Rise of an Empire like a 1.5 star, but purely because like Eva Green's so great in this. Like I can't give it a half. The movie's so shit, but she's so great in this that can't go too low because her performance is so great. But yeah, that's a good poll. I mean, Sydney Sweeney hasn't been in shit. Like I love Anyone But You, but like at the end of the day, it's like a corny rom-com, and like Madam Web isn't great, and Immaculate looks awesome, and she's like very involved in the production of that. But I'm excited to see her in more like serious roles.
I didn't watch that reality from last year. So I don't know what that was like.
Yeah, that was great. But again, that's like a movie probably like no one really saw. So we need to see her in more like good big projects. Not necessarily big in terms of like a big blockbuster, but something that is getting a theatrical release.
Yeah.
Dylan Chip asks, so there's an easy question. What's your favorite flavor of milkshake?
I don't drink milkshakes.
Oh, dude, I haven't drank a milkshake in forever, but I used to get this from Ben and Jerry's. It was called I think it was called Addicted to Chocolate, where it was every single one of their it was every single one of their chocolate ice cream flavors just in a milkshake, and it was
that'd be
the
too
best
much
thing. It was so good.
I don't know how people have milkshakes with food in general. It's like having 2 meals, like drinking a meal. It's weird. I don't have milk. I've not had a milkshake.
What about protein shake flavor? What's your guys' go-to protein shake flavor?
I haven't had a protein shake in about 5 years.
Chocolate.
Really?
I don't eat it.
Yeah, I don't know. I go for any flavor other than vanilla. I can't stand the vanilla for some reason. It just tastes like too artificial. And
I used to like banana stuff, like protein shakes.
Banana, interesting. Yeah. I feel like artificial banana flavor is like very hit or miss. Like I just think of like when I think of banana flavor.
It has
like candy in America.
Oh man, you know what bangs on the banana flavor? The banana Laffy Taffy. That thing.
I like Laffy Taffy.
There's flashbacks to the freaking draft we had of Halloween candy where you picked Laffy Taffy in like round 2, and that's so crazy, dude.
Such a steal.
I thought you were trolling, man.
I'm being dead serious.
What got you into starting Film Talk? Like, what made you officially say, "I'm filming my first TikTok today and posting it"?
Anna was sick of me speaking to her about film because I made like a top 5. I made a video. It was top 5 films of the decade. Anyone want to guess what films were in it? I remember.
I'm knowing you. It was probably the most film bro-y films ever.
Oh wait, no, sorry, not decade. Century.
Yeah,
of the 2000s.
Yeah.
You've had such an evolution since your early days. You went from film bro to whatever you are now.
Yeah, true.
I'm trying to think. Let me see.
Return of the King is definitely
Return of the King was one.
Yeah, you're number one.
But like Two Towers and Fellowship, I'll say this. I didn't include them because I always
yeah.
But they were one, of course. Yeah.
What else? I feel like you may have included The Social Network.
No, actually, I hadn't seen it yet. I haven't seen it. I've seen it
I don't. You're not like that huge on The Dark Knight, so I wouldn't say that.
No,
The Dark Knight was included.
Okay, so we're going super.
No, I used to be a lot. Both used to have The Dark Knight at a 5-star. I think.
Yeah, I did used to be a lot bigger on The Dark Knight.
Is that the only Nolan in there? Is that the only Nolan in there?
Yeah. It was The Dark Knight, Return of the King, and there's 3 more, right? But I'm kind of surprised you haven't said them.
Gone Girl.
No.
Any Fincher?
No.
Okay, yeah, I'm blanking. What were the other 3?
It was
Pulp Fiction.
No, it's actually
that's 1990s.
It's not really changed. There's only one film that's not a 5-star anymore on this list,
which is The Dark Knight.
Oh wait! Come on now, it's got to be one of the Cornetto trilogies.
No, it wasn't actually. It was
what?
It was Return of the King first. It was I think it was weirdly. I think it was Old Boy second because Old Boys are always.
We're stupid.
It was Get Out third.
Okay.
It was No Country for Old Men fourth.
Okay.
And then it was The Dark Knight fifth. from what I remember.
Yeah.
It's not, to be fair, it's not even changed that much.
Yeah,
Like,
I was gonna say
Yeah,
you still
yeah,
have
yeah.
those at 5-star.
yeah. So that was my first.
George,
video.
what made you post your first TikTok?
I don't know. I mean, my first TikTok was technically they weren't even movie related. They were like just funny videos.
I guess the first movie related one.
Yeah, the first movie related one. Somebody asked like, "What's the best year in film?" And I argued
That was your first video. We
yeah,
went
my first
2019.
Yeah, 2019, which I still argue to this day is the best year in film. And that one like blew up, and I got like 3,000 followers from it, and I was like, okay, I guess we're doing this now.
Did you have? So you had a blow up video for your first one? That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, my first. Because I mean,
it took a while for me to get like a blow up one. I think.
Yeah, that's the only reason I started.
Yeah, fair.
Because you were doing like all kinds of content, and then like a movie one took off. And you're like, okay, movie guy now.
Yeah, I guess I'm a movie guy now.
Yeah, I can't even remember what my first TikTok ever was for movie TikTok stuff. Like I'd already done sports stuff on a separate account, but I can't remember. What made me get into it, honestly, was like the film community was so small at the time, but I really enjoyed it. Like I saw like George's videos.
It was all edits then. It was all edits.
Yeah, but I was like, I want to be a part of this community, so I just started posting.
Did you not see my videos? That's sad.
I think I might have started before you.
Oh, when did you start?
Like February 2022.
Oh yeah, it doesn't matter. I started.
I gave you a shout out, bro.
When
April
Seth
10th
started. When Seth started on TikTok, I would get tagged in his videos about 12 times a day saying, "This dude looks like you."
What?
Every single day. Every
just
single
because you
day.
both have beards.
Is this a British George? Literally, just because we both had beards.
I think as well. It was like there wasn't actually that many film people then who spoke.
Not
like in terms of who had a few followers, there wasn't many. Like compared to what now, like it was mostly like edit guys and stuff like back in like late 2022, early 2022.
George was definitely like the first guy I saw like speaking into the camera, talking movies. I think like Straw Hat and Soups were probably around at the time, but I wasn't really in
like
that
film
TikTok.
Yeah. Same.
But yeah. What got you into starting this podcast? So I guess I don't even know if I remember like you two and Cam, like what got you guys started to do those initial
we did a live on TikTok and then people were asking for it all the time. And people were commenting on my videos saying you should make a podcast. So I put it on my story and I put a picture of me, George and Cam, and people went like it was like the most interactions I've ever got on a story.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think then we kind of started speaking to you a little bit more, and that was kind of it. But it was actually because we did a live on TikTok. Like,
yeah, we did a live, and that's all we were talking about is like the potential of a podcast. And then when that live finished, we immediately chatted each other like, all right, let's like fucking do this.
It took a while though, didn't it? It took like 2 or 3 months till we actually kind of committed.
Well, it took a while because you, me, and Cam have no idea what we're doing production wise.
True.
I remember that day so vividly. You guys posted that story, and it was like summertime because our first podcast was like September. It was in the summer, and I was like gonna go. I went and like tanned outside, just like laid out in the sun. And I was so depressed. I was like, oh my God, I'm going to kill myself. Because I was like, these guys are starting a podcast. It's like my dream to be with them. Because I'd already been like, I'd never had a podcast of my own, but I produced people's podcasts. I had like 3 different that I would do all like the back end stuff for. So I was like, shit, man. Like I was just laying out there like so sad. I was like, I'm going to be such like a sad lump of dust. And then I was like, whatever. I'm just going to DM all 3 of them because I'm not going to leave anything up to chance. I'm DMing all of them and be like, hey, I have this experience. You guys need a guy. Because I was the smallest at the time.
You weren't small. Were you small? I don't think
I was like 7,000 followers or something on TikTok.
Really?
And Cam was probably like 30 or something. So I was the smallest by far, and I was like, I will just do all the work and get this thing going.
Well, we wouldn't have started without you anyway. Like, so
yeah, you guys are super chill about it.
We were waiting.
Pretty much all just like, yeah, fuck yeah.
We were waiting for you. We just didn't know it yet. That was the thing. We just needed.
Lesson to everyone: just shoot your shot. If you see an opportunity and you're like, man, I would be bummed if I was not a part of that. Just shoot your shot. The worst thing that could happen is they just say no and you move on with your day like normal.
True.
But yeah, look what it's grown into now. It's crazy. Let's see. I think we have like one more question. I guess just like one final one, which will be easy to just rattle off one before we close off, is just like a movie you loved as a child that you still love today. I feel like we've answered this before, but try and think of one we might not have said. Movie you love today that you loved as a child.
Might not have said. Okay. I mean, there's the obvious ones that I always speak about.
Scooby-Doo 2.
I made a list actually on Letterboxd. I think I sent it to you guys like a couple of months ago where I like outlined like 10 movies that like shaped my childhood. Where did that list go?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of ones I've not spoken about before.
Yeah, these are all movies like The Mummy with Brendan Fraser. Used to be obsessed with that fucking movie. Still am.
I loved Spider-Man as a kid, but I don't know if I like loved I watched the Raimi trilogy, but I don't think I made I made like Spider-Man my personality, but I don't think I was ever like rewatching the Spider-Man movies all the time.
I was with the Spider-Man films. I loved them as a kid. Then I didn't. Then I just like kind of went off them, but just didn't watch them throughout my like teens. And then now it's kind of come full circle.
Yeah, you just rewatched Spider-Man 2 again.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I'm trying to think what what I wouldn't have said. Like I think like I used to watch Superbad religiously when I was like
good
10
movie.
or whatever. And I can still watch that all. I mean, Shrek, obviously, like Shrek 1, Shrek 2, like standard, of course. The Pirates movies, I think they've always kind of been forefront.
I'm gonna throw out the OG Jungle Book from '67. The animated one.
I haven't seen that in years. I mean, some of the Sandler comedies for me, Click and Happy Gilmore.
Yeah, you big
both of those.
Yeah,
big Click and Happy Gilmore guy. I don't know because most of them are kind of I've kind of spoke about before. Oh, Mr. Bean, yeah, of course.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. Like when like Hangover and Step Brothers came out like back to back, and I remember I was like, "This is a golden age of comedy. We're never going up from here." Which, to be fair, like obviously I've barely seen any comedies at the time, but we really haven't had consistent like big theatrical comedies on a consistent level for a while.
If you're talking like the classic kind of 2000s, like maybe like high school, college, obviously plus the Hangover and stuff, it's been a fucking like long time.
Yeah,
we've not really
had
any.
Kind of like the end of the 2000s comedy era, but yeah, those are all the questions we got. Of course, go check out our Discord in the description down below and join us and ask us questions, but also, plenty of other fun stuff on our Patreon, so go check that out. But with that, this is ReelQuick episode 139. We'll be back with the Oscars prediction like tomorrow, I think. I don't know. The timing's gonna be weird this week, but we have a lot of content coming. But we'll see you in the next episode. It'll be up either tomorrow or who knows, but peace out. See ya.